Hey everyone, hope everybody's having a good week so far. If you may not have heard by now, there's some breaking news, some exciting news for Kingsway Assembly and for Undaunted Youth. Kingsway Assembly Church has hired a brand new youth pastor who will be starting up in the fall, more towards the end of August, I think, 1st of September. So that is some exciting news. That's some big news for Kingsway Assembly. If I can take you back and tell you a little story, back in 2014, Pastor Courtney was hired to be our youth pastor, and she contacted me just through a quick text message and said, "Hey Doug, are you interested in helping me out with the youth group for Kingsway Assembly?" At that time, Kingsway Assembly didn't have a lot of youth. We could only come up with 5 or 6 names that were kind of old enough to be in the youth group. And so when we had our first youth service, we ended up having 13 students, and so that was huge for us. That was, we thought that was awesome. Moving forward throughout the next couple of years, the youth group grew. It took off. Pastor Courtney did a great job heading that up, and it showed. The youth group went from 13 students to 20 students to 25, up to 30 students. We would have youth nights of 40 kids, to the point where our biggest service was, I believe, Christmas of 2018, when our Christmas youth party attracted 63 students. And so it was a big group. It really was. It was made up of close friends and students from other churches, and it was a good time. It was a healthy, strong youth group with talented kids. We had a band, and it just worked out well. The formula worked great. And so when Pastor Courtney decided to move on and to leave, at that time there really wasn't anybody else to take over the youth group. Now, when we first started, shout out to Naomi Kennedy and Nathan Cameron and myself. It was the 4 of us that kind of started that youth group up together, and so shout out to those guys for helping us out back in the early days. And so when Pastor Courtney left, I was asked to take it over. And now, as most of you know, I'm not a pastor. I've never claimed to be a pastor. I've been involved in youth ministry for a long time with different pastors, and I've always been kind of the supporting actor role. I've always been the help. I've never been the boss. So when I was asked to take it over, of course, I was a little bit nervous, but I knew we had a strong group, and I knew that, we could do it. I knew that we could keep it going, and it was great because there wasn't a strange face that would come in and take over that youth group. I had been there with Pastor Courtney since day one, so all the teens knew me, and so it just worked out. It worked out well. And so now here we are, 2014, that's 6 years, 6 years later, and the group that we started with, so those kids that were, 11, 12 years old, have now graduated this year, class of 2020. And so it's kind of come full circle. I know for me, for Pastor Courtney, that was her original group, and so we've done it. We've we've been able to get them through, graduated, and so I think it's a great time for somebody new, somebody fresh, somebody with a new vision and fresh eyes to look at this group and to move it forward. And so, this is it. We've got a new pastor coming, and as I said, it's exciting news. I've pretty much used the same sort of formula that Pastor Courtney started with the youth group. It hasn't changed too much since I took it over. We still do the same kind of formula that she did. So this is exciting news. It really is. Many of you asking, well, Doug, what's going to happen to you? Well, that's a great question. But no, I welcome this, and I was pushing for them to hire somebody as soon as possible. And myself, I am going to step back. I am going to take a major break from youth ministry, and I don't say this to brag. I just say it to simply state that when Pastor Courtney was here, I was totally committed to the group. We always joked that I had perfect attendance and that I never missed a Thursday night, and it's true. I was very much passionate about this group and wanting to give my best to the group, and I believe that's what I did. And so, I was looking back on my own personal, vacation and things like that, and I haven't had a vacation, where I've gone somewhere for just personal relaxation since 2013. So it's been a while. I've been kind of burning the candle on both ends, so to speak, for many years. And so I'm just going to step back from that and let the new pastor take over. And I'm just going to take my final bow probably at the end of August. And so, I'll do another video when it gets close to that time, give all my thank yous and things like that. So I know this video has been quite lengthy, but I just wanted to explain to everybody what was going on and that this is great news for everybody. And so hopefully you'll get to meet them soon, the new pastors, and I believe that God has big plans for this group. He's blessed us over the years, and I believe He's going to continue to bless this group and to bless this church. So thank you very much, and we still have some events planned throughout the summer that I'm still involved in doing that and planning some events until the end of August. So thank you. Tell everybody, and if you're not part of our group on Facebook, ask to become a member of Undaunted Youth Facebook. Follow us on Instagram, and we will see you later. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Take care.